in the book that you wrote about what you'd learned from Casals, there was this fantastic passage where after you've had that training, you talked about a friend of yours wanting you to listen to them. And to quote the book, it said, I could hear when his attention wandered from what he was doing now. Before the end of a phrase, his attention would wander off to what was coming next, and his bow would be just going along there on the string, playing a note with nothing in it. And I love that idea, playing a note with nothing in it.
Yeah.
And for me, that's a wonderful example of the difference, of the effect of where somebody's attention is. But this is what I found particularly intriguing. When I then saw you working with musicians, it was as if you were trying to distract them from what they were doing, either by moving them or taking the music away or giving them something else to put their attention to. So I'm intrigued to know what I've missed in whether those are two ways or means of having attention that a musician might move between, or whether there's something in between. I'm not even sure I have a question about this, but I'm intrigued by the difference between the idea of having their attention on their playing and what you seem to be doing sometimes, which is taking their attention away from.
That's what it looks like.
Yes,
and when people say, oh, yes, I see, you just distract them. I think, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's expansion of attention. I'm requiring you to keep your attention and to include something else.
Right. So in that case, in the example from the book,
yeah,
and I know this will be a simplification, it's as if that person's attention was completely off their playing and everything else in the present. They were potentially
They weren't in the present. They weren't in the present. They were thinking about what's coming next. And the more it's a good player, the more that's noticeable. And I have to say, I think the cardinal fault in musicians is that they look ahead. They're not here now. That's what somebody asked me, what was the biggest single thing that you learned with Casals? Do you think you could tell me that? I had only just come back. And I said, I think I'd need a year to think about that. And I went off. We were about to do a recital. I went off to change my dress. And I thought, no, I know what it was. That you have to have your entire attention on exactly what you're doing now.
Excellent. And that was actually the next piece that I'd taken from the book, from the same page, where it says...
I said it.
Okay, we'll leave it then. You said it. Well done. Thank you. Thank you for being so patient with how awkwardly I've phrased that.
But then people say, yes, I know, here and now, here and now. How difficult is that? It's a lifetime. It's a lifetime's job.
Absolutely.